Hello class, today we'll be looking at Dansiki with kangaroo pocket. You will need fabric, tape, scissors, set square and chalk. Please join us now. Fold your fabric into two. Measure half of your shoulder plus 5 inches. That will make it drop, or it depends on how you want it. Then you measure by the length which you want the Dansiki. I have my fabric cut out. From what you can see, the upper part is on fold. That's the shoulder. That's the full shoulder plus about 10 inches to make it drop. So it's just like the way I'm going to cut the shirt. I fold into two, so I'll be marking the necklines. I'll be marking my necklines, but on this fabric I'll be marking both the center front and the center back neckline. So the width of the neckline is 3 inches for the center back by half inch. That is 3 by half inch. So I'm going to do the same thing for the front, which is 3 by 3.5. Then I'm going to open up the center front, that's the planket, so the wearer will be able to come in freely. So the front is 3 by 3.5. So I'm going to cut now. Now this is the planket. I'm using about 6 to, you can use 6 to 7, so the wearer will be able to pass through, the head will be able to go in. So I'm going to cut the center back neckline first. I'm going to cut it out. Then I'm going to notch the shoulder tip, so I'll be able to open up, because now I want to cut. In order for me to be able to cut the center front properly, I need to open it up and cut it out. Yes, ensure it meets. I'm going to cut it out now. So I'm cutting out the center front. So remember, my shoulder is on fold, but you can have yours in pieces if you wish to. So I'm opening the plankets. So this is what it looks like. This is what the neckline looks like for the center front. So that is, I have both the center front and the center back together. So the next thing I'm going to do is to measure the armhole depth. The armhole depth is 10 inches. If the wearer is on the big side, that is a plus size, it means you'll be using more than 10 inches. It could be 11. So I'll be cutting out 2 pieces. This 2 pieces is going to be used as gussets on the side of the Dansiki main garment. That is, by the time you measure the armhole, which is 10 inches, what you have left will be the length of the gusset. That is this 2 pieces on the side, and the width of the gusset is 4 inches. 4 inches for me, but if you want, you can use 5 inches. So now I'm folding for the kangaroo pocket. I want to cut out the kangaroo pocket, and the kangaroo pocket size is the depth is 10 inches and the wideness is 18 inches. If you want a fuller pocket, you can use more, but for this course I am using 10 by 10 by 18 inches. So I'm going to cut out 10 by 18 inches. And the pocket should be on fold. It's a kangaroo pocket, very simple to cut. Then I'm going to cut out now, in order for me to shape the pocket mouth to the actual size I want. So I have the pocket cut out. The next thing I'm going to do is to measure inward from the folded parts. I'm going to measure inwards about about 4 inches by the depth is 5, and I'm going to measure in 4 inches, then connect the points together. I'm going to curve it with my curve. First of all, I'm going to use a straight line, then curve it in order for me to have that pocket filling. Yes, the pocket shape filling. So that's it. Then I'll cut out. But one thing I want you to know that if you notice, I didn't mention seam allowance because each of the cutouts already have half-inch allowance that is included. So when you cut out, this is what it's going to look like. Now we are going to you're going to stitch the pocket mouth so it will come out smooth and the upper parts. So here I'm showing you what it's going to look like, how you place it. You ensure you measure from the shoulder downwards about 17, or you measure the person's natural waist depth. That is where the pocket is going to sit on the center front. So now I want to cut out the facing. I'm going to cut out the facing for the neckline so it will keep the neckline, the rough edge, smooth. So I'm going to place the garment on another fabric and trace out the necklines in order for me to mark out the wideness of the facing. So I'm going to trace it out now. I'll be using 2 inches, you can use 2.5 or 3 inches to mark out the wideness of the facing. So in this class I'm using about 2.5, which I'm going to mark round like that, just the way I illustrate it. Then where the blanket is, I'm going to drop also by 2 inches or 2.5, depends on what you want to use, but it shouldn't be too big, it shouldn't be too small in order for it to lay flat properly. And again, you can apply interfacing on it before you attach it before you sew it on the main garment in order to retain the shape of the neckline and give it a better finishing as well. So I have my facing almost ready. So we have it ready now. So that's the facing, and this is how I'm going to place it. The right side of the facing will be facing the right side of the main garment. So I'll take it to the machine to stitch round the neckline, including where the blanket is. It's very simple and easy, but ensure you have your own interfacing on it. So I have it done already. This is what it looks like. So I turned it in out, so this is what it looks like. This is the right side of the garment. You can see how smooth and nice it's looking. So I'm going to go to the machine to stitch the edge and the pocket mouth before I can stitch to the main garment. So I have it stitched now. I have the pocket mouth stitched and the upper parts. So we are going to patch it on the main garment. Like I said, measure the natural waist of the individual, then place the pocket, let it be centralized, and ensure you secure it with pin. I'm going to fold the edges of the pocket side and the bottom. Already I have the upper part stitched, so I'm just going to top stitch on that to secure the stitches. So we have the bottom fold in by quarter. So on the pocket I have quarter each for the same allowance. So let me just quickly show show you this. I have it stitched already. That's the pocket mouth. Yeah, that's the pocket mouth. So that's that about that. So the next thing is the placement of the gusset. That's the side. So I'm going to take it to the machine to fold the upper part, so it will be much easier to stitch on the garment side. So I'll pin down. I'm pinning down because this is how I'm going to stitch it on the garments. The right side of the gusset will face the right side of the main garment. I'm going to be stitching quarter on the side in that direction, just the way I placed it. I'm going to stitch it like that, and by the time I finish stitching, I'm going to do the same thing to the the center back. I'm going to bring the center back on it and stitch the same way. So and in this case, when the center back is stitched, I'm going to take it round the armhole and the hem. So let's go to the machine. Now I have it done. You can see I stitched the armhole already, and the hem also I stitched the gusset. I stitched the hem. So this is the finishing of the Dansiki with kangaroo pockets patched to the front. I hope you like and you enjoy this class. Please give it a thumb up. Please like the video, and also share with friends and family, and also leave your comments. Tell us what you want us to do or how you want us. We are open to suggestions. Kindly subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. We love you.